What's up, guys? Sorry, I'm pulling up the TikTok chat. Yes, see, yes, it has made it onto the big screen. Um, yeah, sorry, guys, I'm still getting set up. Okay, all right, all systems go. Dude, I got it all set up. Look how vertical it is on TikTok. Oh my God. You guys can see the screen and everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the rose, Donnie. All right, can I see GIFs on this little monitor? Okay, I can hear. Okay. Note that closing the page. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to figure all this out. Verticality is peak. Thank you. All right. Now, do I have all of the chats ready? Okay, let me... Okay. Maya Peachy, what's up? Tuning in from the Purple app. Oh, sweet. If you have the Prime and feel like giving it to me, that'd be cool. You don't have to, though. All right, and then let's pop this window out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've got all the chats ready. Okay. I'm all systems go. All right, let me catch up on the TikTok chat. Oh, you know what? That's going to be an issue. Hold on just 1 second. Let's pop this over here. And boom. Okay, we got this. We got the dock. Will the dock go away? Yeah, the dock goes away. Not good. Okay, so it's going to have to stay right here. All right. How are we going to do this? Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I thought I was done setting up. I'm not done setting up. Okay, now I'm done setting up, I think. Can I pop this bad boy out? Okay, now we've got 2 chats popped out. Okay. All right. Love seeing you vertical. I love seeing you in my chat, bro. All right, let me catch up on everything. Speak words to me, chosen one. What's 51 divided by 3? 17. Are you going to have viewers go up and talk and discuss? We could do that. Oh, Donnie. Damn it, Donnie. You can request to be a guest. And let me see if I can figure that out. Let me see if we can hustle this. Okay. Guys are asking me to solve technical problems. Okay, boom. Let's see, will I see? Okay. All right, what are you gonna have? Just give him love, Unk. Yeah, Yanux. I think probably that's where I come down. Verticality is peak. Hi, Mr. Lion. Hello, Ponto. Too high on life. Welcome back. The Lion got his ass. Hand it to BJJ. The Lion looks slimmer. Yeah, thank you, bro. More defined jawline, I see. Yeah, trying to lose weight, bro. Unused is a wild word, brother. Anna, what would you call it? Brand new 2026 dog. Buy unused dog. Get a 2026 model off the lot, baby. Okay. The Lion concurs. Holy flow state. Yeah. No, people don't want an animal that is genetically screened so that health issues don't pop up later. Let's put that in the buy unused dog category. Okay. Genetic screening, temperament. Okay. And let's make this font a little smaller. How? Oh, yeah. Is that readable? Let me check my preview. My goat is locked in. Yes, I am, Panto. Trying to do this for real. Yeah, you know what? That is readable. Oh shit, David Wu sending hella gifts. Thank you for the heart me and the rose. Let's see how well I know the gifts, because I can no longer, they don't label them anymore. I'll just describe what the icon looks like. My goat is locked in. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you too, Too High On. Does the Lion remember me from back in the day? Yeah, fake TikToker. I've wondered if you were someone else, because a couple people might have that name. You feel me? By the way, the Twitch stream is fixed if you guys want to check that out. The Lion thinks adapted animals have cooler backstory. Adopt only. Okay, let's check that out. Better lore. Okay. What font? I'm at 11 here. Okay, let's go 11. Can I put a line below this? Insert. Insert link? No. How about insert horizontal line? Oh yeah, look at this formatting. Lock the fuck in. Oh yeah. All right, insert horizontal line. Oh yeah. I'm getting good at Google Docs too while I'm at it. This is beautiful. Insert. And then I'm going to try to be a little bit less ADHD. Going to try to be less ADHD. Because I feel like I don't want to miss a chat. I don't want to miss chats from people who choose to be here. But I think it's better if I stay, if I more coherent. Okay. Do you remember me? Yes, I do. David Wu sent another rose. So that's 5 roses and a heart me. David Wu sent another rose later. Okay. Adopted animals. When you start letting people go up, let me know because I've got a few opinions on the topic. Donnie, it's probably not going to happen this stream. You're asking me to figure out a lot of things, bro. It's always just me, brother. Okay. I've come to trust that. I guess fake TikTokers, not that much. Not that common. What's happening, Mimi? What happening? We're trying to figure out, is buying a brand new dog morally wrong, or should you go used versus going used? Let's get a little bit engagement baity. All right, I got to stop being above that. Formatting, baby. So we're debating adopt versus brand new cat dog, basically. What's up, Spiral? Genetic diversity prevents certain health conditions. +1 to shelter mutts. Yeah. Mutts are healthier. It is funny that a lot of mixed breeds end up all looking kind of like a Shiba with longer snout, like a Shiba German Shepherd. I think that's the natural state of dogs. Okay, the Asian. David Wu sent another 2 roses. Thank you. Adoptable or affordable like used car? Affordable like pre-owned cars. I don't have Prime Sub, but here's this, my dog. Thank you. Oh, shoot, what is that? Is a black railroad track? How used are we talking? Chud Burger? I don't know, I guess it depends. So for the sake of discussion, should we try... let me see real quick where the document cuts off for the vertical view. Oh my gosh, the start thing is a huge gift. Holy crap, I just saw how it lit up my screen. Okay, so let's see. Where does this cut off? About here? No, a few lines lower than that. All right, so we'll go down to here. This is the bottom line right here. Okay. Okay. All right, look at us. We're all set up. We're flying high. Okay. Okay, this is great. Oh. Okay. Shelter pets might die. All right, and then let me prop up my phone so I could see the GIFs better when they pop up. Do I have my MagSafe wallet, my phone stand? Yes, I do. Okay. Used is crazy. Young Glockster. What's the PC term, bro? What's the PC term? I don't know. I adopted 2 kittens after doggy died, but they were babies. So does that still mean used or unused? That's like when someone returns it right to the lot with like low miles on it. You know, you still get a lot of price off the sticker. The Lion might think you're the best chat reader of all time. Thank you. I just feel like if you guys are going to watch this, if you guys are going to watch me, then I should like read out all the stuff. You know what I mean? Oh man, I can't see how many current viewers. Oh yes, I can. All right, beautiful. Freaking autocorrect. Shelter pets might die. Breeder dogs won't get euthanized if unwanted. Shelter pets might die. Breeder dogs won't get euthanized if unwanted. Breeder usually keeps. Ooh, okay. Let's put that no buy. Okay, so that goes in the pro-adoption category, right? Shelter dogs get euthanized. Breeder dogs are usually kept by breeder, if not sold. Okay, good night, gamers. Good night, Maya. Thanks for popping in. I don't think it's morally wrong unless it's a backyard breeder. Okay, let's set some ground rules. Ground rules / definitions. Oh. Okay. And then let's go left justified. Not backyard breeder. Okay. All right, let's put this down at the bottom. Sorry guys, formatting. Boom. Not backyard breeder, okay. I don't think it's morally wrong. Wow, we get to the bottom line of all this faster than expected. Hi Joji, what's up Sean? The Lion says there's always a runt in the litter. Leaving the lives open on my PC, big brain. Thank you, Maya. Love that. Oh, you got Twitch to work. You bet your ass I did, Spiral. And yeah, if you want to give me that free Prime, that'd be cool, you know. Up to you. I don't know. I really don't know how I like grow up from this. You know what I mean? But my Lion account's been falling off hard. So It's just like, I don't know how long this run's gonna last. You know what I mean? So this is just cool being able to do this. So I'm gonna keep doing this. Oh, Ziana, I see that you're here. I've always mistaken you for my friend's friend. Grant, I don't want to get into the technicals of that, but if you DM me, I'll answer you. I don't seem to be able to give you my Prime right now. Maybe you have to hit a milestone to be eligible. Quite possibly. Leaving the lives open. Hi, hello. Unused, doesn't have any maintenance issues from previous owners. Okay. No maintenance issues from previous owners. Okay, let's put this 11. Okay, good. All right. It's just a question of practicality. How many viewers are you pulling on Twitch right now? I don't know. I think just the one, bro. I just started with putting it up on there. Okay. Sup, bud? What's up, sport? Are we going to solve all moral quandaries tonight, or will there be a part 2? I feel like this one's going to be pretty easy to get to the bottom of, but who knows? Setting up all my stuff, for those just tuning in, check out how vertical this stuff is, right? Let's see. The chat from the other places are here, and then the docs here. I figured out how to make the doc dark so that the chat shows up against the dark background. We got it. It's a pretty nice place I have set up here, my little corner of the internet. We're debating dog adoption tonight. Yep. What's up, NTL? Not the lion. Oh, I think you're the first one to use that. Or maybe other people have and I didn't recognize it. Account falling off. Try and go the John Cena route for your spam for the money. Oh, John Cannon. Yeah, but he sells a lot of peptides. I don't know if I should do that. Oh, what's up, Auburn? You'll notice you have the mod privilege. You've been here since the beginning, and I think you're a pretty normal person. So if anyone starts spamming stuff, you and a few select others, you got some nice divs, bro. I mean, if this was a React page, forget about it. You know, I would have mobile. Oh man, that would be kind of cool. I don't think I would do it though. Even setting up like my shop for my t-shirts, which, you know, if you guys want to get that, I didn't code very much on it. Okay, do you guys think, unless the question about actions you would cause a human to do by picking one over the other? How about we regulate breeding and price most people out so less animals are in the pound waiting? Well, the problem is the breeders that are pricing people out or like charging like 2 G's for a dog, they're not the ones that are backyard breeding. I mean, some are. So there's like Pomskis, which are bad. Designer dogs cause aberrant creations. Pugs, Pomskis. Jay Cannon before peptides then. What was Jay Cannon doing before peptides? I'll take a lot of advice. I might create like a Discord channel, just like business side, you know? Because like I do want this to make some sort of returns, because then I could justify spending more time on it too. If I could be doing this full time, that'd be really cool. But like, I'm just like got my, I'm like a chicken with my head cut off. You know what I mean? Like I'm just doing all kinds of stuff. Now I'm trying this streaming stuff because it's just more casual. I think I'm pretty clever, you know, and then I've managed to get some people watching me. You know, a lot of you are here that are also interesting. So it just becomes easier, I think, to be interesting talking to like this kind of conversation. But I don't know. Am I going to do lives? Am I trying to be primarily on like a live platform? I don't know. You can probably use this for gaming videos, right? Yeah, but what would I play? Because I don't want to play like the shooter games. Hi Key, the lion says, isn't there too many dogs? Yeah, so let's put that here. Too many dogs in the market already. Stop demanding news. The selection is large enough that you can find a cute shelter. I guess we got to think if all dog breeding is unethical. Ooh. Is all dog breeding unethical? Shar-Pei are aberrant as well. I don't know what a Shar-Pei looks like. Twitch seems like a good, that's how most TikTokers pivot. You want my peptide dealer info? Because of the overabundance dogs. Okay. Everyone pro breeding says they can't get a specific look from adoption. No, buy and use dog. Genetic screening, temperament. Want the specific trim, color, model. Okay. Are we assuming dogs are accident free? Had maintenance been kept up? Yeah, let's assume they don't have any crazy trauma, which a lot of the dogs, so that's the other sad thing, is a lot of the dogs at the shelters, they screen for the dogs that can possibly be adopted. There are other shelters out there that specialize in getting the dogs that probably won't get adopted. And I think they're just murking a bunch of dogs, but giving them a little bit longer adoption window. Story games. Consider story games. I'm going to put that in Discord. Okay. Bro, for real, play whatever you want and talk whenever you want. Your audience will follow you. I mean, I don't know about that, you know. I guess I should give it a try, but I definitely, like, what I don't want to be is one of those content creators. I try not to use the word influencer, who just starts to take their audience for granted. You know what I mean? You guys are here because like I'm interesting, or like the things I say are interesting. I'm not inherently interesting, right? Okay, like American Kennel Club and 4-H, 2 Eye on Life, check dog facts, dog facts. That's a big assumption. You can choose to get the dog's name if you buy a new one. You get to choose the dog's name if you buy a new one. I feel like you can override a dog's name pretty easily. Not backyard breeder. You can overwrite a used dog's name pretty easily. Assume. Okay. Do we think dogs deserve moral consideration, or is it the consequences of breeding? I think dogs deserve moral consideration. And if we're talking about the consequences of breeding, we're talking about consequences of breeding on dogs and people, but mostly the dogs. So yes, dogs have moral worth. Dogs have moral worth. Cats have half, 50% of the moral worth of a dog. Okay. Holy nerd. Yeah. Let's see. What on earth did I tune into? We're trying to figure out, you know, we're talking about stuff. Just ban backyard breeders and regulate breeds that should be allowed. Okay, shelter dogs are almost... Okay, chat's moving a little fast. I'm going to stop reading out loud. Or should I just go rap god? What if I just go rap god? Shelter dogs are almost always going to be more traumatized due to the process of sheltering dogs. Yes. Some place, but is that ethical consideration? Some places ban the breeding of pugs already and pit bulls, I think. Yeah, pugs bum me out, bro. It's, oh man, what did we do to these canines? As long as you truly follow what you want to do, then your true audience will follow you. I mean, you say that, there's a lot of people, I mean, on the creator side, as a creator, I'll check out when like when I've been flopping lately and my notifications aren't coming in super fast, I will check out videos and profiles of people that like comment on my stuff. And like a lot of people have nothing. A lot of people have like less than 10 videos. They just post like sometimes, you know, like once a year, just randomly, they just decide to. And then there's a few select people who are just always getting like 100 views, and they have like 10,000 likes. You know, they had a video that was appealing to some people. It's like, you know, I don't know. Like, I'd love to follow my heart. I'd love to think that I'm inherently interesting, but I don't know that I am. You know what I mean? You guys wouldn't sit here and watch me read like a book off my Kindle. Although I fantasized about that. What if I could just read out loud while I read the things I want to read? A bit of a philosophical question. Why does a dog have more worth than a cow or a goat? Because we keep them in our houses. But inherently, like, I know what you're getting at. Like, pigs are smart and affectionate. Cows are also affectionate. They can remember you. They mourn their friends. They form relationships. I feel that. But we don't adopt cows, so we're going to keep it in the scope. Well, what's your goal for content? Smart base, or putting your nuanced voice out there, or money? Basically all three ideally, but you can't have all three, you know, because most people are average. So there's a lot of cold take merchants on this platform, on TikTok, YouTube, where they just say the obvious stuff, and I'll click their videos because their titles seem interesting, and then I realize, oh, they're just going to say the obvious for 20 minutes, you know. My cat is upset and wants me to turn the live off. I am 50% as concerned as if a dog was upset and wanted me to turn the live off. How do cats have less moral worth than cats? Oh, you got lost in the sauce. You tripped up on your words, player. That's what they fucked with you in the first place. Yeah, the lion bit was funny on its own, you know? Asterisk dogs. No, you lost your chance. We all know cats are worth... I think I'm being generous with 50% moral worth cats to dogs. Why did cats have half the moral worth of dogs? Guys, can't be answering that every time. You just know, you know? I would honestly just adopt. Dog racism? No, cat racism. Please undo the cat note. Not gonna do it. This just means you should adopt more, though. Oh, Spiral and CES are staying on topic while I read all the chat. Adopt a little puppy from a shelter. Strong and logical argument, sir. Not making fun of you. I'm making fun of you a little bit. CS, yes, that's my point. I didn't make it clear. Some dog breeds also have a strong attachment to their OG owner, hard to adopt. Yeah, but dogs form bonds. That's literally how we made them. I would watch you sleep. Thank you, bro. Maybe I'll just leave this shit on tonight, you know? So what if we keep a goat in the house? Yeah, stop trying to talk about goats. Like, I get what you're saying, but you're trying to be clever by like expanding the scope. That's like a common motif, and we're trying to like have this discussion. But also, I'm not doing a good job moderating. I'm just reading the chat. Exactly, dude. Whatever you get out on your FB, that's what people like. Yeah, but I can't be doing lion bits in my sleep. Shelters are usually underfunded. They could use the money. Should we pay more? I mean, oh. What if you buy an unused dog, but then throw some cash at a shelter? Then what? That gets interesting, right? Uh-oh. What the heck? Welcome back to the people who are back. TikTok just revoked my live access for some reason. I don't love this. Yeah, TikTok died. Thank you, Spiral. Did the lion end the TikTok live? Too high for life. Yo, what's up? Thank you for finding me there. No, I did not accidentally end it. TikTok did. I'm fixing the layout. I'm now using the TikTok platform to make this work. Maybe we'll go like this. Ah, man, that kind of sucked. That's frustrating. So TikTok does not like, I think it does not like that I have chat from another place popped up. So I'll just be responding to both. Or maybe it's because I wasn't gaming. Bye, McChicken. It's because of the cat comment. Maybe because of the cat comment. Let's see. All right, let me put this over here. L platform. Kind of a little bit, dude. You end up getting a lot of problems. It kind of pisses me off. Fred, I'm on the two other main ones, so red and purple. Hopefully that's clear enough. There's a lot of trouble. The good thing about this is if I stream like this on the double platform, actually this might work. This might be better. By the way, is my mic clear? Let me check on Studio, TikTok Live Studio. Sorry guys, this is gonna, okay. Yeah, mic is good. Mic is food. Mic is not food, bro. This guy's an intellectual. I don't think so. All right. Mic is Gucci. Thank you. Oh, hey, what's up, Wanston? Okay. So the only thing that bums me out is I lost the chat log. I guess I could look at it through the very user unfriendly review. I think they do that so that you can't easily repost a chat. Where is that web page? Okay, whatever. Whoops. Okay, so is this still working? Yes, it is. And this is still working. Okay, cool. All right. Sorry, guys. A little bit of a administrative overhead. Okay, cool. Mike is Gucci. I've seen so many people streaming on multiple. I don't think that's it. Yeah, I don't know. TikTok is pro breeder. Yeah, they're trying to shut me up. Definitely the cat comment. I don't think so. TikTok's a dog platform. Also, the lion loves animals except for platypuses. Why platypuses? Is it because of their name? Lion, why did you like a comment disagreeing with me on this account and like my comment on your main? Uh, sometimes I browse from one or the other. Are you the one that was talking about fat phobia, Marcus? Isn't it pretty impressive, my memory with usernames? Like, okay, is that the fat phobia one? If it is, I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm going to try to focus on this topic today. But we could talk about it. But I think you might have just like missed my point or something. Like you argued something that I didn't really disagree with. Don't worry, I'll repeat what I said. Cats have 3 times the worth. Wow, that's crazy. Dog propaganda, dogs are my enemy. We've specifically engineered dogs to be lovable. They can't decide what they are. They are a beaver, a duck, a cow, fucking jizz at a rave. No, platypuses are like they're like the avatar of animals. If you get it for the right reason, which you decide, it's fine. If you think it's wrong, then it is. But dogs are twice the effort as a cat. Yes, but like 8 times the love. Yeah, there's the comment about the totem pole of discipline. Oh yeah, okay. So it's like that's one of those cases where it's like I don't disagree with you. In fact, that's basically what I'm saying about like fat phobia and like discipline. And then so I don't love when people do that. But then one thing, and I might make a video on this actually. Let me write this down. Sometimes a commenter is speaking to the void and kind of agreeing with the creator, but from the creator's side, it feels like the commenter didn't get the point of the video. So when I was browsing on my Lion account later, I was like, oh, I think this guy's just like restating like the thesis, you know? So that is pretty nutty memory by just a username and profile pic. Ha, props to you, man. Thank you. I do think it's like impressive. And I remember a lot of the people that come into my lives. And then the thing is, I don't remember people's names in real life, but I think because if I seen your name on TikTok, I associate you with an idea, and I guess like I'm not trying to be an ass, but I think, what is it? I think a lot of times I'll meet people and they won't make any impression, you know. But yeah, thank you. The lion is getting a dog. What is today's topic? Is it coolest? What's up? CS children are way more effort. Maybe that's what gives value. No. So what was it? What is the thing today? Is buying a brand new dog morally wrong versus getting a used dog? Okay. Lol, Asian guy, lol. You can try to like get a rise out of me, but if you spam the messages, you get muted. Or blocked. You're right. Reply to my comment when you make the video. That would be a dream come true. Okay. Okay, reply to Marcus. So were you basically agreeing with me and like restating? Invite me back to the clan, bro. Oh, what's up, Mitch? Guys, I kicked Mitch out of the clan because he antagonized someone else. Most people are forgettable. What's up, Forever Player Made? Thanks for tuning in on Red. I found out Red has like a 13-second delay from stream. So if everybody's on there, that'll be good. But a lot of times, especially when ADHD, I'll move back and forth. I'm going to try to be less ADHD. I'm going to try to stick to like a specific message and like respond to it for some longer. Because I try to get to every message, and I feel like that's like good for people like who want to watch. But I think it actually makes it less interesting. So even if I can't get to every message, it's better if I answer a few and respond to a few in more detail. 2i for life, adopted, muscular, super dope, and friendly versus unused dog fat and mean, disposed to more genetic problems later on in life. Yeah, but that's kind of a straw man because a lot of breeders are good. Mitch got booted from the clan too. Yeah, dude. What's up, LeBron? Yeah, in hindsight, basically, thought I took a slightly adjacent angle, but upon review, I did not. I mean, yes and no. Like, the totem pole analogy is not exactly what I said, you know? So, like, there is, like, a hierarchy that's implied, right? So that's, like, interesting to talk about regarding fat phobia. But, like, I felt like you were saying, when I first read it on my spam, like, just when I saw the notification, I thought you were saying that like one is not more important than the other. It's like personal, and it's like, yeah, I know it is. You know what I mean? I prefer New Kitten. Is he on Twitch too? Yes, I am. Didn't do nothing. No, you got booted. You got to do your clan wars. Oh yeah, and then I looked at his alt account, and it didn't do any wars. It's only day 2, but still. Is it ethical to make more dogs knowing there are dogs needing homes? Dogs are like pens. Dogs, cats are like pens. We've probably made enough. Okay. Breeding in and of itself is harmful. Doesn't matter if they're Greek breeders. We have a Clash of Clans already. No, I have a Clash of Royale. Purple is faster. Yeah, purple is faster. No, so red on your phone. So I checked on my browser and red had like a 13. Like I just put my fist up, you know, and then I set a timer and then I didn't see it on the YouTube screen until like 13 seconds later. The purple app seems to be like 2 seconds. So the main problem with buying a new is that there are bad breeders. See, no, Feather, you can basically ignore that. Just because there are bad breeders doesn't mean all the breeders are bad. If they're the majority of breeders, I think that's a problem. And we could talk about it, but I think right now it's just kind of like a straw man. It's not ethical to kick me from the clan. It's genetic. Is it ethical to genetically modify in any regard? Yeah, I think so. I think it's ethical to genetically modify. I am a little bit touchy about the dogs. Too high for life. If you want to join the Clash Royale clan, check out my tree of links. I don't know if you're allowed to say that or not. It's like so many rules. Why cats 50% moral worth of a dog? LeBron, you know why. If you don't know, you just don't have the same values, you know? Like cats are independent. Cats are cool. They're not love. Dogs are love, you know? I have 3 open and I can confirm that YouTube is the slowest. Thank you for doing that. I feel like, dude, I mean, I have Flanderized you so much in my head, just because of like how much I like lean on you, that like I'm picturing you with like 3 streams, you know, like one with captions, and then a different guy, like not me, just a different creator. You're listening to them, and then like a political podcast in one. True, either way, I can always get new. Cats are only semi-domesticated, it makes sense, but I love cats. Yeah, but cats don't love you. Cats are basically roommates, exactly. Oh wow, this is much faster than. Okay, cool. Thank you for confirming. Forever player made. So purple's the fastest, and it's horizontal, and it shows the chat. But is dogs love really fake deep down, like they only want human resources? Yeah, but that's the same with humans, dog. You even realize that? Do you realize that? Cats can be loved. They don't love back. Flanderized means that you exaggerate someone's characteristics. So Spiral's pretty smart, and he also handled some drama in the Discord very well. I hadn't given him mod powers yet. He basically acted like a mod without the powers of a mod. Real Hamilton-esque, you know? But is dogs love really fake deep down? No. Have you not had cats? No. And is that Chorundo? It's harder for me to recognize abstract symbols, but I'm pretty sure that's Chorundo. So my dogs don't care about me. They do care about you. Don't listen to Feather Spheres, okay? He's moderately cynical, but not cynical enough to break through to the other side, you know? I don't have a purple account. Hey, that's cool, Ventros. Watch on red. Yeah, this is damn near instant, okay? Yeah, cats can totally love back, bring gifts and everything. Yeah, like 1 in 10 cats, you know? Which brings us to a more interesting question of, can you generalize, right? Because is that cat racism? My cat definitely loves me. Oh man, you would be a cat guy. Damn. You need to go adopt a cat? Nah. Dogs are little manipulators, exchange affection for their wants, still team dog though. That's all of us, bro. Too high for life. What are these icons you're sending? They're too small. I can't see. There's a purple one. Maybe Feather has never been nice enough to a dog to get loved back. Oh, that could be very well possible. Do my dogs love me or not? I'm about to open this door and let them run. See, so the dogs that I've had and the dog that I babysat for like 8 months would not bolt out the door when I opened it. The lion does not realize he attracts a cat fan base. Apparently intellectualism, is it weird that I'm just starting to take that for granted, that I attract like an intellectual audience? Apparently intellectualism and affection don't overlap that much. I got a bunch of cat lovers in the chat. Dogs are nice trained, but 7 untrained cats are greater than 7 untrained dogs. Why do you have 7 of anything, bro? What are you doing? Ask me how I know. Oh man, I'm sorry. You had 7 untrained dogs? I grew up a dog guy, but I recently saved a cat off the street. Oh, that's cool. All right, that cat's okay. Now you got to stop giving them resources, see what happens. Well, they're gone. They'll still love Feather. They're not that calculated. I think cats retain more of the ways in which they express love. Who do you love more? Son wants a cat, wife wants a dog. Ah, oh, dude, don't raise a cat son, bro. Don't raise a cat son. The Flanderized comes from Ned Flanders, that Simpsons character who started as well-meaning Christian but ended up as more of a hyperbolic version of himself. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me see. Should I pop this out and put it on the side of my... No, this will be on the stream. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. There's homeless people with dogs all the time. Bro, a lion is a big cat. Ah, damn, you got me there, Auburn. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good point. Um, yeah, there's a lot of homeless people with dogs. And then I feel bad for, I mean, I feel bad for the people, but I also feel bad for the dog. You know, good point, too high. Yeah, not bolting out the doors, just survival instincts. I got food here. I'm a chill. No, dude, there's loyalty. You know, why are you guys so skeptical of dogs and the love of dogs? No, you got to earn a cat. Dogs have no spine and give it away to anybody. Ooh, but I think dogs judge character. There's a lot of dog haters, dude. What the hell happened? Yeah, you messed up and turned this into a cat versus dog stream. Yeah, and you know what? Normally that would be uninteresting because most people would understand that dogs are superior, but apparently I got a bunch of people who don't have common sense in the chat. So I'm willing to educate you guys. I kicked them out since you said they don't love me. You kicked out the dogs? Damn it, don't raise a cat son. Yeah, dude, don't raise a cat son. The wolf has a new title, aka the wolf. Don't raise a cat son. Yeah, you tell him, King. When cats love you, it feels more special. Okay, you got some sort of abuse victim complex, bro. You like, you know, you just deserve love. You know that, right? You don't have to earn it. You don't have to like be coy about it. You can just love and be loved because they get more resources from the human than they otherwise do. It's calculated. It's not calculated. Homeless dog or homeless person, you can only save one. Marcus, I love that. Let's put that up. Let's change this up a little bit. Do we change it up? Okay. Question part 2. Who do you save? A homeless dog or a homeless person? You can only choose one. Gut feel. Obviously, the person has more moral worth, but I'd wince. Damn. Hopefully people don't get mad. People don't get mad. All right. Person, duh. Yeah, but I'd be like, you know. I like dogs more than cats, by the way. Oh, Feather Spheres is playing devil's advocate. By the way, if you'd like to join the Discord. Oh my god, I hate automatic everything. Dude. Okay. I'm going to be less ADHD. Do we save the homeless person chat? Dude, I'm trying my best. Is it bad that I can't choose between the human and the dog? I think you would choose the human. My cat is literally watching this live with me on my shoulder. You have a special cat. Dogs are far superior. Yeah, like it's that simple. Everybody's wrong, and now we're all derailed. I wasn't going to be derailed. I wasn't going to be as ADHD today. Spiral, it's not my fault that I got a bunch of... it's not my fault that my right-hand man is a cat person. I didn't know this whole time. Homeless dog, TBH, cost less to save more of them. No, but you can only save one. So we're not going to go with quantity. But probably the person would want you to save their dog instead of them. Holy crap. That's a freaking bar. Oh my god, let's put that up. Okay. But the person would want you to save their dog. Damn, that's a bar. The dogs shit on the sidewalk. In some podunk Latino town, about 24 homeless dogs, but is your homeless better this way? Homeless person or your own dog is a more interesting moral question. Wow, homeless person but your own dog. All right, frick it. We're doing trolley problems then. Let's move this down. Save homeless. Let's put stranger because I'm not trying to be edgy. Or your own dog. Save stranger, person, or your own dog. Own dog, obviously. I'll turn in my badge. Yeah. I mean, a homeless person needs way more than a homeless dog. You're right. You have to keep them in line with an opposing perspective. Are you talking about me? Are we saving their life or saving them from homelessness? Saving their lives. Save stranger, person, or your own dog from drowning. Okay. Okay, now it depends on the stranger. All right, let me catch up on it. I'm very pro-human, but I'm going dog just because I've dealt with both. Yeah, that's the other thing. I think I'm saving the dog because the person's probably not a good person, but every dog's a good dog. You feel me? The lion does not concern himself with the fact that he's a big cat. I'm trying not to be biased, bro. I'm trying not to be biased. That's what I'm trying to do. Do I have to touch the... Okay, so some of these are funny. Yourself or homeless dog? Myself. Sorry, Marcus. You gotta make it a little more close than that. We had a good discourse on the first topic, so it's talked out. Yeah, basically, you know, Every dog is a good dog. There's only is the use option, the dog purist. Okay, so now we've got two different chats going on. I'm just gonna read and respond. I like this. I feel like my brain's firing. This is like doom scrolling. Guys, if you've never been on this side, which like how many people get to be, right? I made a lion joke, blew up, and now I'm have this. This is like scrolling times like 5. This is like just everybody has something to say, and then I get to respond to whatever I want, and then like people are just this is crazy. You know, this is what I actually deep down, like my 13-year-old self, what I really want out of like hanging out with friends is actually for everyone to talk and respond to me, right? So this is pretty cool. This is what I wanted. You know, this is if I had been 12, oh man, this stream would have been so much better. Unfortunately, I'm 32 and I've been socialized, you know, so this is a little bit unnatural. I saved the dog from hopelessness and the stranger from life, I suppose. What is blue sky? Fred, thank you for the follow. Safer and more rewarding to save dog, and you cannot view yourself in a negative way. Do I have a chance to get pricked? Dirty, I kind of feel you on like the reality of homeless people, and like versus like a lot of people online don't really know the reality of being around like homeless people, but don't crap on them too hard. The ruling class wants you to participate in the commodification of the animals. Damn, Karl Marx over here. We're just trying to figure out if you should adopt or not. You know, how about a random person or a support dog in the of person? UK is good. Support dog. No, random person. I don't know that I'd watch you if you were 12. I don't know. I was a tall 12-year-old, so I probably could have lied, you know, about my age. The dog cannot call you out on wrongdoing. Yes, it can. Dogs can sense. Dogs can sense. What is blue sky? Am I going to get in trouble for saying that? Look into blue sky. What is the legal liability? I think there's 0. And we're talking about ethics. My dog would want me to save the homeless person. Wow, too high for life. That's a good point too. What kind of man or person does your dog expect you to be? Oh man, my dog would have expected me to save people. Damn. But this is against the nature. Can't start thinking about my dead dog right now. That'd be dumb. Can't be doing that. Rush Limbaugh show, late 1900s. This is like one of those shows in the 90s where you could call and give your opinion but modernized. Yeah, and I'm liking this. All right, let's wipe this out a little bit. Okay, let's put this near the top. Okay, new. Okay, and let's deprecate these. Okay. You know what? I'll screenshot this so I could keep a record. Okay. Who do you save? Your own dog or one stranger? Okay, I'm going to put up a TikTok poll. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, sorry. I know the chat's popping off. I feel like people are arguing with each other too, which is kind of cool. 100 people versus 100 dogs is more difficult. Nope, you got to start tweaking the balance. I'm saving the dogs. 100 of my dogs. I'd save my dog 100 times. She keeps running into the water. I'll just save her 100 times. Okay, bro loves formatting G-Docs. Yeah, if a guy writes one poem, he loves you, right? If he writes 1,000 poems, he loves Google Docs. Okay, trolley problems are my favorite. Okay, guys, I'm going to do a poll. This is going to be on TikTok, okay? Where's my studio? Where's my studio? Why is it so hard? Oh, that one's a little bit on me. It's not anyone's fault. All right, let's go. Tools, poll. So here's what we're going to do. How many people? Yeah, Mimi, you get where I'm getting at. Oh my God, guys, there's a gift vote on TikTok where like you vote via gifts. Maybe one day, maybe when I sell out, but not yet. Right now, I'm just having fun. Quick poll, no. Custom. Oh yeah, this custom was always an option. I don't know how many of you guys were here. Does the stranger know you saved him? Wow, Auburn, very performative of you. Okay, let's do this. Standard, 3 minutes. No, let's do a quick. Duration, customize. Why can't I click customize? All right, whatever. It's gonna be 3 minutes, and then we'll just talk for a bit. Okay. Delete. Actually, I should have kept that one. Okay, I'm gonna create a new poll. Would you rather save your dog, cat, or a stranger from dog, cat? One stranger. Okay, guys. Let's start this poll. Would you still save your dog over a stranger if there were spectators? Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. And then if anyone said anything after I got out of the water, I would punch them. So, do you have any responsibility post-saving? Oh, that's a good question. No, you drop them off on the street, go on with your day. Forever Player Made, thanks for watching on the red. I guess I need to think about how I'm going to do things. 100 dogs versus 10 Pokemon. In a fight or saving? Because I would save the Pokemon for Jurassic Park purposes, you know? Is it equal effort to save each? Yeah, assume that you're, guys, for voting, I think the vote's at the top left. Anyone in the chat knows where the poll is. Can you tell Mimi and everybody else? Assume that physically you can save both, either with the same ability. Can I talk to the stranger real quick? Nope, you have no idea. You can't even see them. You can't tell anything about them, not even their age. You know what? Yeah, let's say you can tell that they're 20 years old. Top left on mobile. All right, guys, the poll is on the top left on mobile. Thank you, Wanston. Okay. Only 7 votes? Oh my God, there's 182 people. Is there 182 people? No, there's 25. Okay. Mods can't vote, apparently. Mods can't vote? Should I start unmodding people? Do I gain anything from shaving the stranger? Carlos, bruh. Carlos, bruh. Very fitting. Bruh. What's wrong with you? Just kidding. I mean, it's a good question. But you just outed yourself as a bad person. Just kidding. Save the dog. How old is my dog? 4 years old. Your dog's 4. Wow, it's way closer than way closer than I thought. Should I remove you guys from mods? Can I set it? Can I set the next poll to let the mods vote? Oh yeah, man. I was tripping. I thought there was 188 people in here because it shows the total people who've come to your stream and gone, but there's 24. So, okay. I was gonna say, that's like way too many people. I choose my animal over stranger, of course. So immediately after this, we're gonna move to... Do I even do 2 strangers? Thanks for the follow, Carlos, bruh. Do we just skip past 2 strangers? 8 and 7. What's wrong with you guys? All the people who saved a stranger? What? That's performative. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, or you don't love your dog. Yeah, Diddy Diddler. We're gonna hone in on that. I don't believe the people who say dog. I mean, come on. Not only would I save a dog over a person, I would murk a random person to bring back my dog for like 3 years. I'll do it. Not just random dog, no 2 strangers. I don't have a dog though. Empathy, bro. Project. 2 strangers over a dog because utilitarianism, but not 1 stranger over 1 dog. I'm still picking my dog, but good point. Save chicken. How would you feel as the person not being saved? Well, I know how to swim, so that's really not an issue. No, I'm just kidding. I would get it. Kind of. I'd be a little mad. I'd be cussing. Like, what the fuck, bro? Grow the fuck up. You're saving a dog over me? Just dogs. Any moral worth for any other animals? Some guy was really arguing in favor of goats. He had a goat fetish. It's kind of weird. I didn't want to push on that too much. Will my dog feel betrayed if I don't save him? Yes, your dog will see. All right. How do I make this 2 minutes? Why was it so weird? Customize. Oh, I'm stupid. All right. 2. All right, let's go 2 minutes. Would you rather save 1 dog, cat, or either nobody's there to see me do it or anybody else there is choosing not to get the stranger? Damn. Oh man, save a stranger's dog or your acquaintance? No, that's too easy for the acquaintance. The dog said, calm down, John Wick. Either nobody's there to see me do it. Calm down, John Wick. No, I'm John Wicking. I'll do a reverse John Wick to save my dog. In fact, let's write that down. Am I a bad person because I do a reverse John Wick to bring my dog back? What's going on, boss? What's up, political barking? We're doing some ethics. We're having an ethics discussion today. Can I throw my dog in the lake again to sacrifice another stranger to save? Okay. We'll both know this decision you made? Yes. I think there's no better way for a dog than to go than being a martyr for humanity. That is peak dog. I don't care. I'm saving my dog. 230 bred cats to 270K euthanized cats every year. Damn. Yeah, there's not a high demand for cats. They're not very nice to have. I don't have a pet, but hearing a person drowning and begging for help, I'd have to save them. Depends on if their voice was annoying. Can you push the person in front of the track to save your dog? Can I? May I? I'd eliminate a stranger if there was no dog involved. Saving the dog is a bonus. Damn, Marcus. Damn, I didn't expect that from the totem pole guy. What kind of dog do you have? I had a Pomeranian. Okay, can we describe who this person is? Like, do we know the dog? It's easy to save him. Let's say this person doesn't pull out enough into the intersection. Like when there's a left turn yellow, they make it so that they're the only car that makes it through on the yellow instead of 2 or 3. If your dog started brawling a pedestrian, that's tough because my dog did wrong in that situation. But if no one was around, probably pulling out the strap, you know, make it go away real quick. But yeah, can I extend? Okay. Is the dog aware you're letting someone die? Yeah, let's say your dog knows this about you. Okay. Which one gets you on live TV? Trying to launch your Hawk Tua moment, try to get a podcast. Depends on if their voice is annoying. Dude, you know it's true. Come on. If someone was like, save me, you'd be like, shut up. Shut up. And then you're going to get your dog. And if you're like, you're saving the dog? What's wrong with you? I'd be like, I'm going to save the dog. And then I'm going to do a lap in the pool and not save you. If the person is old, the dog can probably create more happiness in the world. If the person is average, the dog can create more happiness. 5 people, but they're all crying. Okay, let's go 5 people and 1 dog. Okay, let's see how the stranger, 5 strangers, sub 5. My dog would think I'm the coolest motherfucker, of course. Would it be technically murder? Nope. I think technically it's not murder. Okay. So does it matter if they're a sub 5? I think it is a murder. I don't think so. Forever Player Made, thank you for the rose. Failure to render aid. Yeah, but if you said, bro, my dog. Oh, wow. People are saving 5. What do you mean sub 5? Bro, do you not know about our Lord and Savior Clavicular? Sub 5, like 5 uggos, yeah. Not saving any stranger lower than high tier normie. It is murder by negligence. What if you were busy saving your dog, Mako? Then what happens? This is so specific, bro. Is fantasizing about this. Yeah, Diddly Diddler's a little bit of an edgelord. It's the Princess Diana law. I heard Princess Diana died because Childish Gambino rapped about her. I do my name like Princess Di, but I don't know. Add 1 vote for the cat for me. Thank you, Spiral. If I could remove mod for a quick second, I just want people to... can I do this? Can I do this? Multi-guest? No, I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm on TikTok Studio now, so if anybody wants to guest, Spiral, if you want to guest. By saving the dog, you're robbing him of his destiny and his purpose. We have no purpose, bro. It's just to love and be loved. If there was proof you were aware of their drowning, legally you would be guilty of murder. Would you? Okay. Would you be guilty of muck duck if you saved a dog from drowning instead of a human? Any lawyers in the chat? Any lawyers in the chat? Okay, let's clear out the whiteboard. All the mods picked cat. I'm not an edgelord. I mean, you keep talking about homeless people, and like, I'm not trying to chastise you. Okay, option B. So everyone's saving the uggos, huh? I wonder what BRS would have to say about that. Oh yeah, tag BRS. BRS, if he would save a dog, a hot person over 5 uggos. Okay. Now, most bystander penalties. Dog's purpose is to be a human ally. That's a good point. They serve us, but they also love. Lil Wayne. How to love. I don't think I could live with saving the dog over my bro. Like that guy to life, bro. Yeah, but he's not your... Is your bro a sub 5? Do you feel like he would have been one of the sub 5s? None of my bros are sub 5s. Some people here are so speciesist. What's the chance of all mods choosing pet and not being able to vote? Okay, so Mimi, Spiral, Auburn, would you guys have chosen pet? My cat is under my care. I'm charged with his health. The stranger's got to go. That hits so different with your Discord pic being like you holding like a sword. It's so small, I can't see it, but I can tell you're muscular. What was the final tally? It was 80%. Oh, wait, let me see. Ended. How do I pull it up? 4 votes in favor of the strangers, 1 vote, and it was Diddly Diddler. The Edgelord and I agree. Oh, it was 4. It was 4 versus 4. 4 versus 4. Yeah, it was 4 versus 4 because all of the mods, all 3 mods said pet. We evolved via brutal survival and chaos. Dog evolved based on cooperation with humans. Dog evolved based on love. Couldn't find the vote, but I vote cat. Yeah, so CES, Mimi. Oh, it's 5 and 4. See, because my mods have good logic and common sense. 5 supermodels versus pet or 5 sub-3s versus pet. Sub-3s. Would people's answers change, I wonder? Maybe not in this chat. I feel like we got a lot of enlightened folks. Enlightened folks who like cats. Yeah, it's me before Renaissance Fair years ago. That was years ago and you've been lifting the whole time? Guys, I don't know. I'm going to talk about Spiral. 20 people. I feel like these are all regular viewers. You guys know the lore. I thought Spiral was going to be like a neckbeard nerd. Because he knows a lot of stuff. He's pretty smart. But he doesn't make videos. And he's got a full anonymous profile. So I was like, I think that dude's a neckbeard. And then he joined my Discord. And then he had like a profile picture. And it's still nerdy. He's holding like a sword, right? Renaissance Fair. When I was like chatting with them in DM, I was just like, is that you, bro? And then he's like, yeah, but that was before my bulk. I'm 20 pounds heavier now. So dude is smarter, stronger, more mature than me. But he doesn't make videos. So that's cool. One day he'll make videos and then I'll lose like a very strong pillar of my community. Sub 5 need their own version of the 60% compromise. Brutally edgy. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, let's put that in hot takes. Should unattractive people's votes be counted less? Anyone picking pet over 5 people or just memeing regardless of looks? No. I'd pick my pet. That's their fault, but they can't swim. Wait, the profile pic of Spiral is Spiral? Yeah. You're going to start trying to chat him up more now? CS on Discord, yeah, that's me. I'll guest live at some point and everyone can see me. Will you do that? A dog's purpose, murking people via saving him. No. If there was proof you were there drowning, okay. Just realized I can't swim. This might be about me. No, Mimi, because I said sub 5 and you've been talking about running. So I'm pretty sure you're not a sub 5. Yeah, just not right now. My girl is sleeping. Okay. Oh, wake her up and ask her if she would save a dog versus 5 ugly people. All the dog wants is to be productive. No, the dog just lives out love. I feel like you guys aren't getting this. You guys are trying to like intellectualize this too much. Dogs are not calculated. But I know someone's animal is safe for your sacrifice. No, you're right. Yep. My girl is saving her cat for sure. What if they were not sub 5s? Also, why is the towel... Everyone's asking about this goddamn towel taped to my wall. It's to cover my fire alarm, bro. Oh, Chirondo, what's up? Yeah, I wish I could read Japanese and then I could start calling you by the Japanese name. You should get on Matan stream. What is Matan? I'll write that down. I can't copy and paste out of this. You should get on Matan stream. Marcus. Much different question. If you had 2 buttons, one save dog, one save human, seeing them adds a lot. Oh yeah, what if you can't see them? Then I'd probably save the human. I'd probably go like 70-30. I'd save a dog every once in a while. You know, saving a drowning cat. Let's assume that the animal doesn't hurt you. Got to nuke the competition if they're not sub 5. So either way. Oh, good point, Auburn. Yeah, thinking like an engineer. Yeah. In fact, I'd be less likely to save them if they were more attractive. But as society, we got to save the person, right? No, because we got high unemployment, Feather. Dogs are one-dimensional. They yearn for the betterment of humanity. That's fair. Matan even is his name. He's a YouTube podcast guy. You've definitely seen his stuff. Oh, okay. I don't know. I wonder if during my peak Lion, if I had like tried calling people out like UFC fighters do, trying to get attention, I wonder if I could have gotten on some podcasts. Name 10 books. You want me to name 10 books right now? I could do it easily. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, Philippians, Thessalonians, Revelations, Genesis, Exodus. You know, those are the only books you really need to read, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I'd save the stranger for optics. Yeah, one stranger dog versus one stranger person. Yeah, you got to save the person. And then you got to get a book deal out of it, you know? Dang, I was thinking the same thing, Lamo. That'd be 60-40. Not the lion, you a Christian? No, but I was raised very Christian. I was super Christian for a while. I used to cry for my friends who weren't Christian because I was scared they were going to hell. Performative Christian male final boss. Yeah, I could turn it up quite a bit. I think I'd make a pretty convincing Christian. Of all the ideologies, I think I know Protestant Christianity the most. Are the spiders as big as the door? What does that mean? Too high on life. I've got to hit the BJJ, has me exhausted. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Good night. You could definitely get the podcast. You're literally en route. I was a United Methodist. That's the denomination that all the Koreans seem to have gone for. Okay. The podcast. Yeah, so multiple people have suggested to me a podcast. To me, I don't understand because I don't go to podcasts on like Spotify. I listen to videos on YouTube / watch them, you know, if there's no traffic or if there's a lot of traffic. It's just medium traffic that you can't watch videos. What made you stray away from Christianity? Should I tell that story? I did tell that story on my spam. It didn't really blow up. Why are you covering up the fire alarm? Because it's loud, bro. I see. Why do I feel like you'd like Catholicism? I don't think so, because it's so rigid. There's like a hierarchy, you know? You can't talk to God. You got to talk to the intermediaries. They'll talk to God for you because he hates fire safety. Dude, you're the one who cooked with your phone in the pan. Oh, man. It's not like I'm trying to fixate on that, but I feel like it's relevant every time that you're like talking on my live. You cook with your phone in your pan, bro. Don't tell me about fire safety. That's a lithium battery in there. That's like it's probably stronger than a grenade. Best viewers on, oh man, I'm getting bots on the Purple app. That's kind of cool. Been having a lot of my friends help me believe in Christianity. Logic, science creates a disconnect for me. Yeah, the fire alarm is covered, the detector isn't. Oh yeah, would that make you guys all chill out? Would that stop everybody from, would that stop putting all this heat on me about the fire alarm? I feel like there's a joke there. I didn't really make that super clear. If logic creates a disconnect for you, you got some problems, bro. Wait, what do you mean, CES? I feel like you're mischaracterizing what he said. So he's got Christians convincing him, but then the logic brings him back. My smoke alarm hasn't tripped since pre-COVID. I'm scared to approach this topic with you, Forever Player Made, because I know that you are black, and then there's a lot of memes about black people and fire alarms. You know, I do want like an explanation on that, but I don't want to search it and put it on my feed and then fucking my TikTok. There are certain topics, you know, which topics are the pipeline topics, and I've talked about pipelines. I don't think pipelines are really real, but they are real. There is something to a pipeline. Because if I were to search black people fire alarm, my YouTube feed would start to get real edgy real quick. You know, same with if you look up anything about firearms, and then if you look up anything right-wing political, I guess left-wing too, we just don't see it because it's like so pervasive on the internet. That's why I said it'd be, yeah. It's kind of like when my friend rear-ended someone on the highway and it was just 4 of us, we're all Asian and young, and I felt so self-conscious, you know? Like these stereotypes hurt us, you know? Like even when they don't, actually a rear end is our fault. A rear end is our fault. But the car in front stopped hard enough for their tires to screech. When that happens, I feel like, you know what I mean? Change your batteries, yo. Hey, he did already. He changed to pre-pandemic. Did you read the blog post on Slack that I shared in Discord? No, the Slate Star Codex, right? I read the embed blurb. I do not have fire alarm or smoke detector installed. Yeah, just be careful with fire. That's all good. No, all good. I didn't mean that I'm just, okay. Slack as a concept, not the messaging platform. All right, you caught me. I didn't read the embed summary. After rear-ending, you know they were thinking it. Yeah, well, I think the people in the other car kind of knew because they braked hard enough in stop and go traffic. So it's like, you know, 10 to 20 mile per hour traffic on the 10 between Culver City and like downtown. That thing's always fucked. So it's stop and go traffic, and they weren't paying attention either. I mean, ultimately it's our fault, but they braked hard enough for their tires to screech. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like we hit a car that was slowing down gently. What's the most What's the worst, most prominent white stereotype? Your car crash and his smoke alarm. What's mine? The colonizer thing lately, I feel like it's not good for white people. It feels like a little unfair. Like, they are colonizers, right? But like, we don't say that about any other race. Like, I think we're pretty comfortable being racist towards white people, and that's different from talking about like inequality and systemic things. We've blurred that line real fast online, and I don't like it. You know, I think there's going to be a correction. Don't need to change my batteries. I just bought another house. Damn, dude. You should do like a lore drop one day, because you've mentioned this in the Discord. Like, you should do a lore drop on TikTok, because you like cleaned up your act after your kids came out, right? I feel like that's like a good story there. Do you ever fantasize about dying in a battle for humanity as a warrior of good? Yeah, yeah, all the time. Not so much in my older years. So I think my hormonally, I was meant to do that because I was very, I was like radical as an early 20s, and I knew that I didn't want to apply that to politics like a lot of people my age did. I could see like the misplaced passion, but I did want to I did want to be yelling for a cause, and like, I'll die for this shit. Like, I wanted to have that, but what is there, you know? I can respond in server later for real discussion. It's punching up thing and the far right is already pushing back hard. Yeah, but the people that end up apologizing when you talk about colonizer, this happened a lot in the HMAR video. Like, there's a lot of commenters saying, like, a lot of white commenters saying, like, oh, like, when I have the privilege of shopping at HMAR, it's like, whoa, chill, bro. Thank you. Thank you for, like, thank you for creating this space for us, but this is weird, you know? Like, I would never disrespect that the Asian people allow me into their space. It's like, it's not like that either, you know? Bleeding out in a snowy forest is the move. Yeah, let's see if we could get that to happen in 2026. Let's die for a cause. I was gonna go to sleep, but the line entertains perpetually. Okay, so one thing, I'm not offended if you fall asleep to my live. You know what I mean? Like, I've done that before, where I'm scrolling at night and then there's a live, and then it's like kind of low. I'll try not to yell and get wacky. There's nothing except glory. Nigerian fusion place, and in line was this white guy, 1 out of 2. Oh man, oh boy, CES about to say something real crazy. CES about to kick off a whole Mitch trial. Like those Democrats kneeling in the Kente clock. Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Can I talk to you into joining the 5%ers, bro? What is 5%ers? I'm always scared that something's gonna be dog whistles, you know? Is 5%ers gonna be some horrible stuff? Thoughts on the Fu Master? Yeah, not sure if I could say his name on here. I'm glad you didn't. I like to not say. I don't like anything. I mean, just earlier this live, if you weren't here, I got booted off TikTok, and I think it's because I got booted off the live, and I think it's because I was showing chat from other places. No show sucks, and Akoif was asking if the rice was gluten-free. Yeah, that is predominantly white people, I will say. Marcus, kind of scary how much traction he's gaining. Yeah, there's the anti-Semitism. People do not do a good job blurring lines. I think we have room in society for enlightened people to be mildly racist, but what that means is not generalizing everyone. It's about like recognizing like differences as they are, and then just like understanding why that is and what can be changed and what maybe not won't be. But judging by how people handle like Israel versus like just the Jewish people, judging by like how we treat like the nice white people. And then just like regular racism, you know. Thank you for the roses, Nowndale Sale. Thank you for the 3 roses. So incredibly, there's no ideology. It's whatever sells. Yeah, to most people. I mean, so the thing is, the left owns like online spaces, I would say, generally. I would say so. Like by default, online spaces are left. So then you get a lot of dumb people who happen to be left, just young and dumb. And then a lot of right-wingers will like strawman them, and I don't like that. Just like I don't think every right-winger, it's harder now. Like current administration is pretty extreme. But it's not always whatever sells. Like there's a lot of liberal people in my chat who like aren't just going with the flavor of the month, right? I would say I'm like that too, you know. Praise both Stalin and encouraging criticism. I think Fu's main gripe is the way white people get racism, as you mentioned. Yeah, basically. I mean, I would agree with that, Marcus, but I mean, Fuentes for sure. I've heard Clavicular says the N-word. I haven't gone looking for his clips. I'll believe it, but I haven't seen it. I've seen many clips of Fuentes saying the N-word. Brother, are you in the Discord? Oh yeah, Marcus, if you want to join the Discord, here's the instructions here. It's pretty good. Like, it's just become kind of like a group chat. It is better than I could have imagined. And then, so now I'm very protective of it. My opinion is whatever I watch on CNN in the morning, yeah, I could tell. As it should be. His main gripe is that white people aren't losing power. I mean, I haven't seen like a non-biased person like tell me about that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not inherent that white people built America. Are American whites, do they no longer have a lineage? How many American whites don't have a European like cultural lineage? You know, what happens in Discord? We just talk. Yeah, Fuentes says it. So there's like a lot of white people that a guy like Fuentes can pick up. You know what I mean? And I think like we can cut him off at the knees real easily if we just change their tune. There's only bots when I'm not mod. They fear me. You think that's what it is? Would you ban them? I don't know. Should I not ban them so I get more engagement? I don't think it matters like that. I watch him sometimes. Silent majority. Not the silent majority, but like a silent plurality. I think there's a lot of white people who like don't fancy themselves racist, and then they're like older, and then they just see like leftist spaces, or like their college kid comes back and they need a soapbox, so they go off on their freaking Gen X parents, you know? Him and Sam Hyde. I'm like 8th generation from where I was born in America, white. Yeah, so it's like, do you even know like what European country you're really from at this point? Because you intermix so fast, especially in America, right? It's gonna happen to everyone pretty soon. Like, it's the same reason why family fortunes dissipate so fast, but in reverse. It's just like every generation you cut your one country of origin in half most of the time, right? White people aren't out here dating. Like a German white person doesn't look for another German white person, you know? And I'll get canceled before part 3 gets typed. Put it in the hot takes Discord. Actually, give it like 2 or 3 weeks, because I feel like you missed the first batch, you weren't under your whole name. So we had like a big talk about Baldur's Gate 3, and everybody that was in there, I was like, you know what, I trust all of these people to be pretty normal. Charundo, we're talking about Fuentes. He's actually of your people. Sorry, bro. My lineage dates back to the Mayflower. No way. I've been so big on that. I watched me and the girlfriend have watched like 3 hours of a documentary on the History Channel. Like long ago, Hungary or Ireland or something. Is Ireland Mayflower? No, you said 8th generations, right? Who said they trace back to the Mayflower? Baldur's Gate is Gunnar. Yeah, that's how people were talking about it. They were just sending their characters. I do not recognize him, lol. Yeah, it's cool. Also, American ethnic white here. I'm still only 5th gen white. Know like 10 Russian words. Are you pretty Russian? Like most of your lineage is Russian? Because it's just so hard to keep it separate. I feel like, okay, maybe up to like what? Maybe up to like the 1950s when it mattered that Kennedy was Catholic or not Catholic. I always forget. But up to that point, I think people are keeping to themselves more racially. Olympia, Washington. What is Olympia? Is that a town in Washington? I am also Mayflower on my dad's side. Oh, you know what? I just realized it's kind of like how everyone's related to Genghis Khan. You have a lot of parents, but still, I think going to the Mayflower's got to be pretty rare. Because how many people were on the Mayflower? Let's look that up real quick. Any bets? How many people were on the Mayflower? Does anyone know? I'm going to guess 80. All right, Forever Player made us 400. 1,500? No way. I don't think they made ships that big. 240? All right. 102 and 30 sailors, so 130 people. Damn, the closest one. I said 80, so I think I win. Swear to God, I didn't look that up. Oh, are you on Metaculus? My friend, every year my friend gives us like a big list of questions to answer on Metaculus. Should I pull that up on my other browser? Do I have my other browser open? Metaculus. I don't think that's going to be interesting. 30% is colonial stock. Yeah, because you just need one of your many ancestors to be from the Mayflower. 30% seems high. That's higher than I would have thought. Is that Rennie? Are you Rennie? Renji? So within 80 people, there's got to be inbreeding, right? I don't know, because follow-up people came pretty fast. I don't think my family was on the Mayflower. Oof. Let's ask Google if it's counting. Yo, there were free black people in pre-revolution America. Unless my documentary is biased from 2010. I feel like 2010 was the golden era before like Trump started making noise. But like when we were trying to be not racist. No, I'm Andrew. Our population tripled at the turn of the 1900s. Okay. Were there any black people on the Mayflower? And let me put this here. Where is the viewing window for TikTok? No, there were no black people on the Mayflower. Is that good or bad? I don't know. Okay. I think I'm going to start winding down. You guys want to watch me play this game? I kind of want to do it real quick. So this is a Flash game, if you guys know what Flash games are. It's not bad, it just is. True that, sir. All right. So, Flash games, yeah. So I've been playing this game for about 20 years. Like once a year or so, I'll like remember to play this game. I might be one of the best at this game that there is in the world. Because who is playing this game? Who's been playing this game for 20 years? They played this on the Mayflower. That's fun. Age of War, was that the 2D game or was that Battle On? Line, I'm nodding off. I'm schlumping for the night. Hope to see you stream again. Hey, good night, Marcus. Thanks for hopping in. Thanks for being here. All right, guys. So this is called BMX Backflips. That's the game. Oh, what the hell? All right. And it's a pretty simple game. And I am so good. These backflips I'm doing, nobody can do what I am like God tier at this game. I've gotten so good, so familiar with this game. Too many ads. This is what the internet... Oh, yeah, the pop-up? Yeah, the pop-up's pretty gross. I'm what's called a whitezican. Was that what you were confused about? My family comes from colonizers, have all the old conversations with my old scribes, sick insults. Like, you have the text? Nice backflip, thank you. So, like, I learned if you hit the front of the wheel, you can launch... Oh boy, I was showing off. Like, if you hit the front wheel off the ground, you can backflip much easier. All right. Once I die on this game, I'll probably read the chat and then log off. How Poem of Goddess... So, oh yeah, also I'm reading the Essential Hamilton. I don't know if anybody's keeping up on that thread I made. Oh no. Oh god, I'm really embarrassing myself on the stream. You see how I barely put the wheel there so that I can get max acceleration? I'm American because my ancestors were bad at gambling. The best at this game. If you try this game, you'll understand that it's pretty hard. Okay, like you have no idea how many inputs I'm putting in. You might be washed. Yeah, at some point, I'm going to get old. I wonder if I've already typed as fast as I'll ever type if I'm on the other side of that hill. This level's pretty easy. You can maintain speed. But what I like to do is do a front flip. Oh! Oh! Oh, okay, I'm dead. Did I read it? Are you asking about the Essential Hamilton? A lot of my life skills and thought process came from playing video games. Yeah, if you can do the marginal returns, if you can play a video game, learn lessons, and then stop before the addictive cycle of competitive gaming, it's good. Haven't played this since high school. Oh shit, Nathan, you played this game? It's such a niche game too. It's got 3.3. This is a good game. I played so much of this game. Not quite the gaming stream I had in mind, but I'll take it. I was wondering if you were still here. What other... Oh yeah, Bubble Trouble. Someone said Bubble Trouble, right? GeoCities, Angel Fire. Anyone else hungry right now? Yes, I am. I kind of want to get in and out, but... it's such a pain to leave my apartment. Okay, gotta sleep. Have a good night. Have a good night, Auburn. Enjoy the rest of your winter break, right? Yeah. Yeah, I've played it a couple times, but it wasn't one of my go-to games. Do not get the internet. Oh, thank you, Forever Player Mate. You're so right. I might cook like 2 eggs. I might cook some eggs. My cousin convinced me to go vegetarian with her for the new year. Were you already flirting with vegetarianism? Oh, you're on the West Coast? Yes, I am. Where are you, Fred? Lock in. We got abs to get. You're right. Take us to In-N-Out. Should I stream driving to In-N-Out? The next time I do it, I'll do it. And then like order food. I don't know how like Speed got to where he's at, where you can just stream living regular life. Do you have to like read chat out in public and have like voice to text on? Is that how you do it? Like embarrass yourself? Because I feel like at this point, Speed is just like living life. The instant feedback of the games help learn stuff, but also hella addicting. Yep. I miss In-N-Out so much. Oh, that's how you knew I was in California. Where are you? Did you answer that question? My favorite Flash games were by JMBT02. Damn, bro, you knew like the directors? I used to only eat meat on weekends. Is that for environmental reasons? I moved to Thailand. Holy crap. Yeah, there's no In-N-Out over there. I've never been to Thailand. I heard food's good. Spiral WTF, take us to In-N-Out. Spiral's trying to keep me fat, dude. So that when he starts creating content, he'll look better. So one sub 5 off his competition. Grew up in the Bay. Are you digital nomading? Embrace the cringe. There's an In-N-Out up the street from me in Texas. Nice. I wonder if it's the same, because I know In-N-Out likes to get their meat from within 100 miles or something. Hello, Raiders. Oh, are there Raiders? No way. Am I really getting raided? That would be cool. There are, 4 people on Twitch. That's pretty cool. Oh, Davey. What's up, dude? I figured out a double animal style. Shoot. Davey, are you in California? I forget. I know you hate Europeans. Yeah, Thailand food is bomb. Only him, he made a... Okay, I'll look it up. Because I used to eat meat like all 3 meals a day. I do. And now he wants... Would you like In-N-Out to taste different in Asia because of the beef? Probably. So In-N-Out only gets beef from within 100 miles. Lemo, yes, I'm from Los Angeles. Oh, shoot, I wonder how close we are. I'm also in the Los Angeles area. I'll DM you on TikTok. Not that... I don't know. I don't know what you do when you meet up with another content creator. It's just crazy to think, like, you know, we've chatted and, like, we probably live close. I wonder if we've ever, like, been within shouting distance. That's gotta have happened, right? Like, driving on the freeway, you know? Actually, you would make an impression though. I wonder, I would like have looked at you. If I'd ever seen you in person, I would have looked at you because you're like 6'8", right? The Heb beef is top notch, primo. Is Heb beef where In-N-Out gets beef? Heck yeah, man, that's crazy to think about. I didn't know you're from out here. Yeah, I've been here for a few years and then I went to school in LA as well. I used to be vegan. In-N-Out burgers are good. I think we should be vegan. I just don't want to do it. Or at least vegetarian. And then, like, I think it's very possible in a few years that we will look back on, like, eating meat the same way. Like, it's not the same. People in 100 years will look back on slavery as super incredibly, like, insanely bad, right? Especially if we move past racism. But I think they will look at us eating meat with the same level of confusion. Like, how could you guys think that was okay? You know? Worst take yet. Oh, that we should all be vegetarian? Wonston, I mean, this is one I stand pretty firmly on. I don't do it, by the way. And they'll be wrong. That's funny. It's just, factory farming is insane. Am I moving the goalposts? Factory farming is insane. Does that make it a colder take? I like cheese and yogurt too much. That's the sad thing too, is like you could eat just eggs and like have some dairy, but dairy cows are treated really badly and egg chickens are treated really badly. When alternatives get good enough, we will move from meat. Yeah, but I think they'll look very different from slavery. Yeah, entirely. But like they'll look at us the same way. It's like, did you guys not see the videos? Did you not realize how bad it was? Factory farming does make me feel icky. Yeah, as it should. Factory farming is kind of a moved goalpost. I guess if I was like going to like some free range pasture and then you told me I had to murk my own cow in order to eat beef, I would do it. Because I think we have the moral imperative to like eat beef. But factory farming's bad. We shouldn't do it, but I still eat it. I do not want 3D printed meat or the freaking bugs. Yeah, I haven't had a choice to be vegetarian my whole life and it sucks. Are you vegetarian, Mako, because of like food allergy reasons? I wanted to go hunting this year for the first time. Yeah, I want to do that too. I have friends in Texas. I have more friends in Texas now, apparently. I hope we would say that. But yeah, like hunting hogs and then you can eat the meat. Maybe I'm kind of contrarian about it though. Like, are you vegetarian just to be vegetarian for like ethical reasons? Salute. Um, I can imagine that it was a different time, and low-key makes me empathetic for people of the past. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. I did a whole write-up in the Discord. Is there a viable alternative that can sustain all of us? So here's the thing, Mina Kem. One, vegetarianism is harder to get complete protein, right? And all my vegetarian friends don't even really lie about that. It's only the internet. Parents' religion. Which religion's fully vegetarian? Because Islam's no pork, right? And then Jews have the kosher, can't have beef and cheese. Which religion is fully vegetarian? Helicopters. Oh my God. I want to do that so bad. Yeah, I've heard you just mow them down. It's a little messed up, but they're pests. So there's like an ethical reason. Do you have insomnia? No, but I have messed up my sleep schedule lately. Factory farming is a better take. Yeah, that's a colder take, right? Yeah, okay, so let me say that once, and really for the viewers, Forever Player May 2 said they would be wrong. Is Hindu full vegetarian? Okay, let me go back to the meat thing. Yeah, if we raised cows on just like a free-range pasture, this is kind of, we're narrowing the goalposts. I realize this is a pretty cold take too. If you just raise cows and they just roamed the grounds and ate grass, and then you told me, all right, you got to get out there, murk a cow, do you want meat, do what has to be done for the meat. You can't have it for free. I would do that, They're super invasive, the hogs are, and they can murk a full-grown pit bull. I've heard they can murk a full-grown man, which is why I wouldn't feel as ethically bad like murking them. We don't have slaves because tech is good enough that we don't need humans for labor so much. No, because during the industrial era, we could have used slaves, 100%. Okay, let me go back to Hamilton. So Hamilton wrote a letter defending the Revolutionary War before it happened, when the Continental Congress talked about it. And he was like, we got to fight for freedom. What's happening right now in the United States is slavery. We did not consent to be governed. We have not elected a representative. They're imposing their laws on us. That is slavery. And it's like, that's crazy to say. That's not that crazy to say that, right? It's crazy to say that when there's actual slaves and you see them on a daily basis, So Hamilton kind of loses an L. Lawrence Phillips, the one played by the very fair-skinned Latino guy, he was actually super anti-slavery. And he was the one that actually wanted to arm enslaved black people and free them afterwards, and Hamilton supported that. So Hamilton was it's just a different time type of player, Yeah, offshoring murder is cheating, 100%. Yeah, I want to murk my own animals. You got to take pills and shit. It's just unhealthy. Less food options everywhere you go, and more importantly, you get way less protein. Yeah, like vegetarianism, I feel like is just too hard right now. But you could pull it off if you base your life around it. And if the alternative to that is factory farming, we should all be vegetarians. But I don't do it. Anyways, I'm gonna hop off, guys. It's getting late. I didn't mean to even stay on this long, but every time I do it, this is always like fun. So who's still here? So Trelundo's here. Nathan's been here a long time. He hasn't talked a ton. Mina Kem, you've been here for a while. Spiral, see you later. Thank you for being here. Mimi, glad you were here today. Good night. Still ain't doing it, but convincing. Okay, that's convincing. Yeah, Forever Player Made. I think it's the right thing to do. I just won't do it. All right, Wanston. Oh yeah, Wanston, you've been here a few times now. Thank you. See ya, Nondale. Thank you for the roses, by the way. Okay, and then CS is trying to continue a conversation in Discord. If you want to join my Discord, this is the area. This is where you would go. So if you go to this link, you'll see a link for the Discord. And if it doesn't work, go to the top right of like the TikTok app and hit open in browser. Okay, all right, I'm gonna hit the button. Peace out, everybody.